Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in Darlington for the Southern 200 Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series right here. Thursday night racing, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Be sure to click the like button on the video. Subscribe to the page. Let us know in the comments who you're pulling for, who's going to win it. Right now, top of the board for practice. There's about 4 minutes left. It is Dylan Grimm, 28.43, top of the board for the 23 machine. Last season's winner, though, Tom Ogle in the Truck Series, currently sitting in 10th place. Not going to lie, that number 11 is looking kind of slow here at Darlington. Tell you one car not to count out, though. It's this man right here, Courtney Nelson. He's not been to many races this season, but when he is, he's got race-winning speed every single time. It's Courtney Nelson, the new GOAT. Last season's points champion, Josh Robinson out here, the number 30 machine, currently in 4th place here for practice. Has some good speed tonight. See if he can get that number 30 car back in the victory lane. Which brings us to our point standings here. Let's see if we can pull this up. Is this the right one? No, it is not. Hang on, folks. We are working on it. We're going to get the updated points here shortly. Well, we got some time, about 3 minutes left of practice. Let's get the Hutchinson Motorsports tunes playing, see if I can get a hold of the updated point standings as we got some time before we drop the green and get ready for some qualifying action. We'll be back shortly. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. As practice concludes, it's official. Dylan Grimm, top of the board, 28.43. Quick time for practice. Can Grimm do the same here for qualifying? We're jumping straight into our 5-minute qualifying session. Over 27 cars signed in here tonight, folks. As we got a minute, I believe I do have the updated point standings. Here they are. After 12 races of the 15 regular season races we got here, the cutoff line, not much of a battle there. Josh Gratton well ahead of William Duff in that slow number 17 car. Duff is about 22 points behind Josh Gratton. Then we got Aaron Hale, Trey Jackson, and Chad White. They are all the first cars out of the playoffs. They got some serious ground to make up. Next week, we're going to be at Martinsville for the Old Dominion 150, but we got the Southern 200 here this week. Let's put it away here, and let's jump straight into qualifying action. One of the first cars on the speedway is the 21 Ross Tatum. He's due for a win. He had a couple early wins in the season. He's kind of cooled off here. See if Ross can park that number 21 mellow yellow machine back into victory lane. The Stewart Iowan Ross Tatum. I think he's from Iowa. I'm just guessing. On to the backstretch here. Let's see what kind of lap time that 21 car's got for us. Let's hop on board with Ross Tatum. Heading through turns 3 and 4. Rolling the top. The 21 car down the front stretch. What kind of lap time does Tatum have to set the pace for the field? It is junk. That's good enough for dead last so far. 29.35. That 21 mellow yellow car is junk here at Darlington. Out on the speedway, last week's winner, the GOAT, Scott Rickard, out here in the Tire Pros 05 machine. Can Scott Rickard go back-to-back after ending his cold spell of victory lane racing? Finally back last week. Scott Rickard, top of the board, 28.63, but not for long after I called him junk. Ross Tatum, quick time for now, 28.57, top of the board for the 21 car. Entering the speedway, the 25 machine, Nate Lynch here. We don't have to worry about quick time here. Well, let's see what Nate's got for us. Let's hop on board with the 25 and Nate Lynch. Speaking of junk, the 36 car, Chad White out on the speedway. What does Chad White have here at Darlington for us? The Haviland 36 car. What's he got here? Let's hop on board. Coming out of turn 4. Down the front stretch, Chad White crossing the line. He's pulling into He's pulling into the pits because he knows he's junk here at Darlington. Dylan Grimm was quick time in practice. He's off pace here. That's all he's got for us. It's 28.68. What a letdown for the 23 of Dylan Grimm. Meanwhile, Zach Kreitz, the Denver native, the number 9 machine. What does Kreitz have for us? We'll keep our eyes tuned, but the Fast Lynch brothers out on the speedway. That's right, it's Ryan Lynch, the number 31. What does Ryan Lynch have for us? The Mooresville, North Carolina. Some say he's not related to the other Lynches, but I don't believe it. Ryan Lynch, known as the Fast Lynch brother, out on the speedway. The Cookout 31 machine crossing the line. That's good enough for 10. 28.82. Ryan Lynch. Then we got the Super Speedway GOAT, Brian Lynch, out here in the number 24 machine. Let's hop on board. See what Brian Lynch has for us. Currently, he's sitting in dead last, 19th position, 29.20 his first lap. He might be a Super Speedway GOAT, but I tell you what, he is looking like junk here in Darlington. The 24 car into the wall. That's going to cancel his last lap. He's going to be starting dead last. Brian Lynch to the rear. Meanwhile, the 11 Tom Ogle, his first lap was absolutely atrocious. Currently in 14th. The Wooster, Ohioan, the gambling man, Tom Ogle for the last time. Through the front stretch, crossing the line. What kind of lap time does he have? Boy, what a rough run for the 11 of Tom Ogle. He might have won this race last season in the trucks, but he's not going to win it here tonight. That 11 is junk. Last season's points champion, Josh Robinson out of Canton, Ohio. Let's see what he's got for us here. His first lap, not too shabby, sitting in 8th right now, but he's going to try to improve upon that here down the back stretch, heading into 3 and 4 for the final time as he's chasing Ross Tatum, who's on the top of the board. And it's official, folks. Qualifying's over. Ross Tatum, quick time, 28.57 to 21. Ross Tatum going to be kicking off front row inside. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, what you been waiting for all night long? The Southern 200 Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series racing right here. Thursday night racing, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, world's #1 streaming service. Ladies and gentlemen, 147 laps around Darlington. Who can handle Darlington Speedway to win the Southern 200? Here is your starting lineup. On the front row, kicking off from the pole position, the number 21, Ross Tatum. 2 is outside. Last week's winner, it's the GOAT, the 05 Scott Rickard. Row number 2 on the inside, going to be the number 5 machine, Trey Jackson. 2 is outside. It's the 8, Josh Gratton. Row number 3 on the inside, the number 23, Dylan Grimm. 2 is outside, the 4, Aaron Hale. Row number 4 on the inside, the 46, Jason Gratton. 2 is outside, last season's points champion, the 30 car, Josh Robinson. Starting in the 9th position, it's the 9 machine, Zach Kreitz. 2 is outside, the 44, Kyle Bowling. Row number 6 on the inside, the number 1, Will Bustler. To the outside, the 25, Nate Lynch. As we drop back here to row number 7 on the inside, it's the 29, Courtney Nelson. 2 is outside, the 31, Ryan Lynch. Row number 8 on the inside, the number 11, the gambling man, Tom Ogle. 2 is outside, the 15, Dylan Hoffman. Hang on, folks. Working on some... Here we go. Working on something here. Well, folks, if I hadn't said your favorite driver so far, it's because they're junk and they're starting in the back. So you're going to have to look at the board yourself and find out where they're starting, because I'm not going to announce the whole field. We got 27 cars out here tonight. Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series Racing, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. We are going green up next here, folks. Let us know in the chat who's going to win this thing. My pick to win it, folks. I think he's going to pull it off back-to-back. The GOAT, Scott Rickard, the 05. He's my pick to win it. Let's see if he can pull it off. Lots of tough competition, but I think the GOAT can get it done. Has some good track position here to start it off. 147 laps around Darlington. Who's going to earn their Darlington stripes and stuff it into the wall here tonight? We should be going green this time. Let's jump up through our eyes in the sky. The Hutchinson Motorsports blimp, the most beautiful view in the business. Wow. Gives me goosebumps every single time. But the pace car is in. The field is set. Front row. Ross Tatum on the inside. Scott Rickard on the outside. As they come out of turn 4 and are in the Geico restart zone. Green flag in the air at Darlington. And a tough start there on the outside line for Aaron Hale in the number 4 car as we get rolling into turn 1. A good jump there to GOAT Scott Rickard. He's going to take over the race lead quickly. My pick to win it, Scott Rickard pulling off quickly. Let's drop back here. We got a little bit of a battle through the field. Trey Jackson currently sitting in the 4th position here, going to work on the 8 car of Josh Gratton. But underneath him, keep an eye out, the 23 of Dylan Grimm. He has been bad fast. He's got the most wins all season long. He's trying to pull off another one here at Darlington, as it's a side-by-side battle for the 4th spot. Jackson on the wall a little bit. He's going to have to let the 23 car go as Grimm takes over the 4th spot. But, folks, let's drop back to the most coveted battle in the field. That's right, the battle for last. Hutchinson Motorsports battle for last. Who's going to take it home here? Currently, Ben Shepard, he's right ahead of Jason Gratton, the Pittsfield, Illinois. Not sure what happened. Jason Gratton looked good in practice, but he looks like junk so far. Meanwhile, Magic Shoes Mark Schrader, he's cruising in the 25th position. He's trying to bring home a top 25 here tonight at Darlington. Let's hop on board with Magic Shoes Mark Schrader. What does Mark Schrader have up his sleeves tonight? Right in front of him is that slow number 36 car, Chad White, as he lets the 69 go by. Boy, Chad White, that 36 car looking slow here tonight at Darlington. But let's jump up here back to the race lead. The GOAT, Scott Rickard, my pick to win it. He is in cruise control out front. Currently has about a 3/4 of a second lead here on Jason Gratton. As we go through the field here, Aaron Hale's dropped all the way back to 10th after starting in 6th here. Aaron Hale is on a cut, or is near the cut line of that last playoff spot with just a few races left before the Stars and Stripes playoffs start. Will Bustler in the 1 car, currently sitting in the 7th spot here, trying to hold off that 29 of Courtney Nelson. I tell you what, Courtney Nelson is a wheel man. Don't count him out. That 29 car is trying to get to the front. Meanwhile, all the way back in 15th, look at this junk. Number 11 car of Tom Ogle. Boy, that thing is slow here tonight. All the way back in 15th place. Let's hop on board. Is he even flooring it? I don't even know. He might be scared to floor it here. I'm not sure what's going on with that 11 car tonight. But we're going to jump back out front. Scott Rickard to go. He is your race leader. Just put down the fastest lap of the session, a 28.72. He is putting it on him right now here in Darlington. As we head into lap number 7 out of 147, we got a long way to go, but Scott Rickard has to be feeling good so far. We're going to see how the tire fall off works out here at Darlington in front of the sold-out crowd here. While the backstretch is completely empty of fans. Not sure where they all are. We do have a sold-out crowd. They must be at the concession stand there on the backstretch. As we drop back a little bit through the field in the 17th spot, Larry Griffin the 3rd. Tell you what, that 77 is pretty slow here tonight. The Focus Factor 77 machine, Larry Griffin the 3rd. Cruising in the 17th spot. Dropping back, the battle for last has spiced up here. Mark Schrader has taken his crown back. Back to dead last is Magic Shoes, Mark Schrader. Let's hop on board with Mr. Schrader. This is a position that he is quite accustomed to. The 10 car of Mark Schrader holding on to that battle for last. But he's duking it out with the super speedway specialist in front of him. That's the 24 of Brian Lynch. As we look through the field here, currently your hard charger appears to be Courtney Nelson in the 29 car. I said keep an eye on him, and he is moving towards the front. Oh, we got him junked! Oh, my. With big caution coming out here. We got some junked race cars, I think. Oh, no, we're still saying green, folks. William Duff, the 4th, has junked. He's struggling here. We're still green, by the way. They're arguing on the radio, folks. Trying to listen in here as we're staying green. Here comes the leaders as William Duff, the 4th, tries to get rolling. Boy, he got absolutely junked. As he gets it going, we're staying green here tonight. Duff, the 4th, he's going to have to let the leaders go by and go down a lap as he has significant damage on that number 17 DeWalt machine. But here comes your leader, Scott Rickard. Passes him quite easily. And the rest of the field right behind him. Josh Gratton sitting in the 2nd spot. A good start here for Gratton. Meanwhile, folks, let's go back to that wreck, see what happened. As we're still green, but we're going to take a look here. Looks like the 18 there of, I believe that's Gavin Salyer. Oh, yeah, looks like the 17 just got junked by the 3 of Christian Lawson. So here's William Duff. Going through the corner. Lawson just junks him. 18, nowhere to go, smokes him, has some serious damage. So a few cars involved there, but we're still green. $17 of Duff trying to keep this thing rolling. He is a roadblock right now with significant damage. But we go back out front. Scott Rickard, still your race leader by about 2 seconds. He is putting it on him right now. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, we're bringing you the Southern 200 here. Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series action right here, Thursday night racing, folks. Be sure, though, click the like button on the video, subscribe to the page. Todd Gratton in the chat. Root for the Grattons. Normally he's rooting for the Kreitz, but there must be some bad blood there between Todd and Zach Kreitz. Todd, what did Zach do to you? He is not pulling for Zach Kreitz this week. Boy, that's a shame. Let's hop on board with Zach Kreitz, who Todd is certainly not rooting for. Good run so far as Zach is sitting in the 5th position, trying to bring home a top 5 here tonight. Good run as he's going to work there on the 21 of Ross Tatum. But right behind him is Will Bustler in that one machine. Let's hop on board. It's a shame Will Bustler's missed a couple races this season. He's got some good speed when he's here. Dropping back, though, that 11 car still looking like junk. Oh, we got another one turned. Not sure who it was. Griffin Salyer just got junked. Let's rewind it here. We're still green, by the way. I guess we're doing no cautions tonight. All right, here we go. Let's see. Here's a replay. Oh, yeah, the 32 tried to clear himself off us, the 77's nose, and just junked himself. So the ladies' man has just junked it. The ladies are not happy at home. Their man has got some significant damage on that 32 car. Easy, ladies. There's still a long way to go in this race. We'll see if Griffin can figure it out. Don't go anywhere yet. But we head back up front. Scott Rickard is your race leader. Putting it on him right now. Let's hop on board. See why this 05 is so bad fast. My pick to win it. I must have knew something that nobody else knew. I am the GOAT up here in the booth. Hutchinson Motorsports TV, cutting no corners. I'm a wealth of knowledge up here in the booth, folks. Unbelievable, the things that I know. Sometimes I impress myself. So let's jump up to our eyes in the sky, the Hutchinson Motorsports blimp. See what's going on the speedway here. Just a reminder, we do iRacing caution, so neither of those wrecks, iRacing decided to do a caution, so we stayed green. No judgment calls on the cautions here tonight. As we look through the field here, your hard charger looks to be the 36 of Chad White. He's passed 7 cars since the start of this race. I take that back a couple cars back. Ben Shepard has passed 8 cars. The 69 machine is up to the 19th position after starting all the way back in 25th. Meanwhile, Josh Gratton still holding on to the 2nd spot, 2.5 seconds behind the GOAT, Scott Rickard. As we head into lap number 22 shortly, we're going to take a Hutchinson Motorsports side-by-side break. Don't you worry, though. You're not going to miss a lap. We're going to get the Hutchinson Motorsports tunes playing here in the background, and you can continue to enjoy the action. Hutchinson Motorsports TV will be back shortly. Thanks for tuning in. I take that back. Caution is out, folks. Caution is out. Let's see what happened. Uh-oh. Magic Shoes. Mark Schrader just junked it. Here it is. Let's get a little better angle here. Yep. Looks like the 77 was there. Then Schrader comes. Oh, Mark Schrader just came up and absolutely annihilated the 17, and then boom, backs it into the wall. Magic shoes, Mark Schrader, folks. Tell you what, that 10 car is junk. So the caution is finally out here. Everybody coming down pit road. We're going to get the Hutchinson Motorsports tunes playing and take a short break. We'll be back here shortly. Southern 200 Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series right here at Darlington Raceway. As we return back from break, we're about to go back green. Rickard still your race leader, front row. Rickard on the inside, Josh Gratton on the outside. We're going to be dropping the green this time around as the pace car is about to head in. Good race so far for the 05 of Scott Rickard. He has been the class of the field so far. It's not even been close, but a long way to go here. As the field enters the Geico restart zone, green flag in the air. And a big jump there for Rickard. He's going to jump up high here and maintain that race lead. Heading into turn one, the field side by side. The 4 doors of 69. These guys are battling hard here. The 15 on Hoffman looking to make a move to get underneath the 5. Currently, Dylan Hoffman sitting in the 10th spot, looking to get back up to the front. Side by side, battling here with the 44 of Kyle Bowling. I believe Christian Lawson just junked it and towed it to the pits. The 3 car is done for the night. As we go through the field here, Ben Shepherd, he's passed 11 cars this race. The 69 car is on a mission tonight after starting in 27th position. He is up to 15th. Right in front of him, though, Chad White's passed 10 cars. He has worked himself up to the 14th position. Started all the way back in 24th. Here comes a 36 car. Chad White, let's hop on board. The Loudon, Tennessean, Chad White. Looking to work himself to the front. He has inserted himself into the playoff picture. I believe he's the 4th car out of the playoffs right now. He's going to need something special to happen, though, to get that 36 into the playoffs here tonight. But meanwhile, out front, the GOAT, Scott Rickard, he has that race lead up to almost a second already as Dylan Grimm has taken over the 2nd spot. Don't count out that 23 car, Dylan Grimm. He might be Rickard's main competition here tonight. That 23 seems to always find a way out front. And here he comes up to the 2nd position. As we drop back here to 21st position, Andrew Hessen out of New Lenox, Illinois. Looking kind of slow tonight, not going to lie. Andrew Hessen in the back. And we got Griffin Salyer, the ladies' man. He is struggling here in Darlington. Technically, he's in last in my eyes, because everybody behind him is down a lap or two due to damage. And we got Ross Tatum, the 21 car. He was your pole sitter, currently sitting in the 4th position. Right behind him, rounding out the top 5, Zach Kreitz with a good run here in the number 9 car. It'd be good to see Zach Kreitz bring home a top 5. The top on board, the Denver native. Todd Gratton used to root for Zach Kreitz, but he doesn't care about him anymore. The bridge has been burned. Family drama is in the air. Zach Kreitz and Todd Gratton are friends no more. If you're just tuning in, Todd Gratton, he is one of the Hutchinson Motorsports TV super fans. He is a diehard Hutchinson Motorsports TV fan. He told me he's canceled all his subscriptions ever since Hutchinson Motorsports TV started doing the Stars and Stripes Next Gen series. And it's saved him hundreds every month. As we drop back to the field, Chad White currently up to the 13th spot. The 36 car continues to work himself towards the front after a horrific qualifying effort. Out front, looks like Dylan Grimm maintaining pace there with Rickard. Rickard finally has some competition, it's looking like. Dylan Grimm about 9/10 of a second behind him. Meanwhile, Zach Kreitz still trying to hold on to that 5th spot. Right behind him on the back bumper, Will Bustler in the 1 car, looking to make a move. Meanwhile, Nate Lynch cruising back there in the 17th position. His brother right behind him, Brian Lynch. Super Speedway specialist, Brian Lynch right here. Here he is, folks. Let's hop on board. The Manchester, Iowan, Brian Lynch. Currently sitting in the 18th position. It's go time, Brian. Get on that gas. Let's get to the front, bud. Meanwhile, Zach Kreitz looking to go to work here on Ross Tatum. This is going to end up being a battle for the 4th position. Scott Rickard's race lead currently up to a 2nd on Dylan Grimm. Then in 3rd place, we got Josh Gratton. Then we're watching the battle for 4th, Ross Tatum and Zach Kreitz. Couple of cars right behind them. Will Bustler in the 1 car. Then we got that 29 of Courtney Nelson in 7th. How about Josh Whitaker? Good run for him so far. Currently in the 8th spot. He's passed 9 cars since the start of this race. Sitting in 9th, the 5 car, Trey Jackson, and rounding out the top 10, the 44, Kyle Bowling, in your 10th spot. But so far, it's been all about this man. He's led every single lap so far, I believe. Maybe he missed one under caution. I think Mark Schrader stayed out a lap. So he's essentially led every single lap. Scott Rickard out front here. That 05 car is hooked up here. Let's hop on board. It's like he's got a lap car right in front of him. Appears to be one of the Salyer brothers. Heading into lap number 40. We still got over 100 to go, folks. Tell you what, these races at Darlington usually get this way. Cars start to get spaced out. Not too many battles right now in the field, but here's one of them. Hoffman in the 15 car going to work on the 44, trying to take over that 10th position. Meanwhile, the 30 of Josh Robinson right behind him. We got Trey Jackson sitting in 9th. As we look through the field, your hard charger looks to be Chad White sitting in the 13th position. But the competition starts to get stiffer for the 36 car, because right in front of him is last season's champion, Josh Robinson in the 30. Well, I tell you what, Tom Ogle in that 11 car is struggling here in Darlington. Still sitting in the 15th spot. Ogle has gone nowhere here tonight. The gambling man must have placed a bet against himself tonight. But your race leader, Scott Rickard, out front, he's got a 1.3 second gap here on the second place car of Dylan Grimm. But folks, since our caution was so short, we're going to take a little side-by-side break here. Got to catch my breath. I'll be back here shortly, but don't you worry, you're not going to miss a lap. We're going to get the tunes playing and be back shortly. Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series action. Southern 200, we continue here. As we return back from break, caution is back out. Courtney Nelson just got junked. Let's see what happened. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, my, the 29 is junk. Oh, and he gets smoked. Boy, Chad White's bad luck continues tonight. Nowhere to go for Chad White. Oh, my, that's unfortunate. Looks like the one of Bustler got into the wall, came down, junked the 29. As the 29 is junked, the 36 of Chad White just absolutely annihilates him. So the caution is out here tonight for the second time. I assume these guys are all going to want to come down pit road. We're going to find out this time around. But your race leader, Scott Rickard, he is the GOAT for a reason, and he was my pick to win it. That's why he's out front, folks. Not going to lie, Scott was giving me a call earlier, asking me some setup questions. I helped him out quite a bit. He's running that bad, fast Hutchinson Motorsports setup, and that's why he is just leaving the field. Was going to pull Scott in for a little quick interview, but I don't want to mess up his pit stop. Maybe after he gets done with the pit stop. So we look through the field here. We got Rickard, followed by Tatum, Jackson, Hoffman, and Bowling, your top five. Not sure what happened to Josh Gratton. He was, looks like he came in the pit, actually. So, yeah, looks like some cars pit and some didn't here. Let's pull up the Hutchinson Motorsports pit strategy board. That doesn't really help us. Hell, I don't know. We'll find out. All I know is your leaders didn't pit. So let's pull them in here real quick. Let's get the GOAT, Scott Rickard. Scott, Blake on the booth, you got me?
Yes, I do.
Hey, that 05 car is hooked up tonight. Is it feeling as good as it looks?
No, this setup at this track is awful.
Well, hey, I mean, it's working out pretty good for you. What came to your decision there not to pit this caution?
We'd only have one set left for 100 laps.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, hey, I believe you've led every lap so far, maybe except for one under caution earlier. So hopefully it'll continue for you. So I'll send you back up to your team, and best of luck for the rest of this one.
Thank you.
Scott Rickard in the 05, he is hooked up out front. You heard it from him. If he would have pit, he would only add one more set of tires. Let's do one more quick little interview. Tom, Blake on the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Tom, I was wondering, why is that 11 car so slow here tonight at Darlington? What's going on?
Well, I qualified bad, and it's really hard to pass. And I'm just struggling a little bit. Thanks for noticing.
Hey, no problem. But, hey, looks like you're about to go green. I'll shoot you back up to your team. Best of luck, Tom.
Okay, thank you. Yep.
Tom Hogue on the 11 car. You heard it from him. He qualified bad. Trying to figure it out here, see if he can get that thing going. But the pace car is in field. It's set front row. The GOAT Rickard on the inside. Tatum on the outside. Good jump there by the 05. He's going to jump up top and maintain that race lead. Heading into turn one. The 21 of Tatum holding on to the second spot. Meanwhile, how about the 15 of Dylan Hoffman inserting himself up front here, currently up to third. Oh, we got him into the wall. They're junking it. Big pile up. Oh, my, that includes the 23. That's unfortunate. Dylan Grimm was one of the faster cars on the track, and he just junked it. Oh, my. Let's see the replay here. I know the 23 was involved. Let's see what happened. Get a little better view here. Caution back out, by the way. So let's see here. Looks like the 28 got into the 23 there. Get a little better view here. So there's the 28 there down low. Well, the 23 just comes down in front of him. Then collects the 69, the 25 involved. And it looks like that's about it. So Dylan Grimm's race essentially over. I mean, he's going to have significant damage. That's unfortunate for him. But the GOAT Scott Rickard still out front here, cruising around the speedway. Feeling good about his chances here. He said this setup's not good, but I think he's lying. Looks pretty good from up here. Let's take a look here at our racers, see who else we can do a little quick interview on. Who else we got up here? How about Ross Tatum? Let's get Ross up here. Ross, Blake in the booth, you got me?
What's going on?
Hey, you had a pole qualifying run, and looks like you're sitting in the second spot. How you feeling so far?
I feel okay. I pretty much pulled that pole lap out of my ass, so I don't know. I think my tires have worn enough to maybe get by Scott right here, but after that, the new tires will get me pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how these different pit strategies work out. So I'll send you back up to your team here. Best of luck for the rest of this one, Ross.
I appreciate it, man.
There's Ross Tatum in the 21 car, sitting in the second spot. Let's pull up your Hutchinson Motorsports pit strategy board, the best pit strategy board in the business, by the way. Patented pit strategy board. We came up with this ourselves. But you see there, looks like everybody pitted about 31 laps ago. Sometimes this thing's wrong, not going to lie. The Hutchinson Motorsports pit strategy board kind of sucks. Not always right. It is patented technology, and I didn't say it was a good one. But we pull that down here. Scott Rickard, the GOAT out front, my pick to win it. Lap number 55 here tonight, Darlington. These guys starting to junk each other here, giving us some excitement. I told these racers earlier, hey, you guys need to junk each other a couple times to keep this thing interesting. Because I've been in a few Darlington snooze fests, and we are not having that one here so far, as these guys are flat out junking it. But your front row, it's going to be the GOAT, Scott Rickard on the inside, the 21, Ross Tatum on the outside. Nate Lynch, hopefully he fixed up that junk 25 car. But the field is set here. We're going to be going green once again. See if these guys can play nice here. Let's jump up to our eyes in the sky, the Hutchinson Motorsports blimp for this restart. Pace car is in, field is ready to roll. On the inside, it's the GOAT, Scott Rickard. On the outside, Ross Tatum. What's going to happen as they enter the Geico restart zone back here at Darlington? Green flag in the air. Big jump there by the bottom lane. Hoffman right on the back bumper of Rickard. He's going to take over the second spot. Ross Tatum, he's going to fall on the line here in the third. Right behind him, the 30 car of Josh Robinson. Trey Jackson rounding out your top five here. See what's going on through the field. Oh, he junked it. Oh, what a save by Kyle Bowling. Kyle Bowling got turned by the 9 of Kreitz, and somehow he saved it. What a save there by the 44. He could have junked the whole field there if he'd have lost it. Big save there. That's some driving right there, folks. The 44 of Kyle Boland, he saved probably about 5 race cars from getting absolutely junked. But we jump back out front here. Dylan Hoffman, he is bad fast right now. He's passed 14 cars since the start of this race. Started all the way back in 16th. Here he is, up to second. Meanwhile, the super speedway specialist, Brian Lynch, cruising in the 12th spot here. We got a pile up of cars right here. Duking it out here, middle of the pack. Meanwhile, going up front here, Tom Ogle trying to figure it out here. Get back to the front. Currently sitting in the 6th spot. He was struggling early on. Some pit strategy moves. Oh, and he throws a big block on the 9. How about Tom Ogle with that block? Zach Kreitz not happy, throwing a slide job on him. Getting around him. Tom Ogle blocking for 7th. Meanwhile, the 28 pulls up underneath him. With the 11 car, please report to the rear. Here comes Tom Ogle. As we go back out front, Scott Rickard's race lead up to about half a second. The GOAT, Scott Rickard, let's hop on board with the GOAT. Here he is out front. The Tire Pros 05 machine, Scott Rickard. See how he handles this speedway as he passes the start-finish line heading into turn 1. You see him upshift into 5th. Enters low, comes out high. Staying in 5th gear. How about that? Stays in 5th gear the entire corner. Down the backstretch, heading into 3 and 4, and he downshifts in 3 and 4. So that's interesting to know. I would have never thought that. Scott Rickard knows something we don't, folks. You're seeing Scott downshift in 3 and 4, but stay in 5th in 1 and 2. That's why he's the GOAT, folks. You're witnessing greatness right now. As we go through the field, your hard charger is your second place car, Dylan Hoffman. Past 14 cars since the start of this race. Let's see how Hoffman attacks this track here down the front stretch. The Asheboro, North Carolinian, heading into turn 1. Same line as Rickard, staying in 5th gear. If I'm not mistaken, though, I think Hoffman's staying in 5th gear the entire speedway. I don't think he's downshifting in 3 and 4. But we're going to find out. Down the backstretch. No, and he downshifts. Never mind. So he's got the same thing going as Scott Rickard. Interesting to see. Let's see what our third place car, Ross Tatum's doing. So Tatum down the front stretch. Doesn't even get up to 5th gear there down the front stretch. Stays in 4th. And you're going to see him downshift here. So a little bit different than our top 2, but he's right there with him. But right on his back bumper, it's the 30 of Josh Robinson. Going to be a battle for the 3rd spot. And we drop back a little bit. Jason Gradden currently sitting in the 11th spot here. Griffin Salyer just junked it. Let's see what happened. And he towed it. Yeah, he just stuffed it into the wall. Yeah, he just pulled it in. He says, boys, we're done. The ladies are not happy. Ladies are leaving the chat right now, folks. We have just lost thousands of woman viewers. They said if Griffin's not running, we're not watching. But here comes Hoffman, though. Hoffman running down your race leader. Big run here by the 15. Let's hop on board. Hoffman has some speed here down the front stretch. Heading into 1 and 2. Is he going to make a move? Not quite yet. He's waiting to pounce. The GOAT, Scott Rickard. Can he hold off the 15 car? Big run here off of 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, heading into 3 and 4. Rickard continues to hold him off, but here comes the rest of the field. Looks like your race leader has lost some pace here. Meanwhile, we got a battle for 3rd. That's Zach Kreitz on the inside. Ross Tatum on the outside. Kreitz going to pass him quite easily. How about this run for Zach Kreitz? His best run of the season so far. Sitting in the 3rd spot. Todd Gradden's been rooting against him all night long. And here comes the 9 of Kreitz. Doors the 15, says, get the hell out of the way. I'm going to the race lead. Zach Kreitz is bad fast. We're going to hop on board. Is Kreitz going to make a move on the 05 and take over the race lead? Or is the 15 going to get back to him and give him some payback? Kreitz is the fastest car on the track right now. To the back bumper, the race leader. The GOAT, Scott Rickard, trying to hold off the Napa 9 car. To the outside goes Kreitz. A move for the race lead. Off the corner, he's got the run. New race leader, Zach Kreitz. The Denver native, Zach Kreitz, out front, leading this thing, taking it over from the 05 is Scott Rickard. As we pull up your pit strategy board. Well, folks, that is why right there, Kreitz is on the fresher tires. He's got 20 laps on his tires while Rickard has 47. So the fresh tires paying off. Rickard elected to save that extra set of tires. Kreitz said, hell with it, let's burn it. So that should mean that Kreitz has 1 set of tires left while Rickard has 2. And that 9 car is not worried about conserving tires. He is shipping it right now. He's bad fast. But as we head into lap number 72, we're going to take a short break here, folks, once again. We'll be back shortly. Hutchinson Motorsports TV music coming up here in the background. You're not going to miss a lap. I'll be back. And we return back from break. Here we are, lap number 86 out of 147. The pit window should be opening up any minute. We got a battle brewing right now. This is for the 8th position. Hoffman getting frustrated, cannot get away around, or find a way around the 05 there, Rickard. We know Rickard elected to save that extra set of tires, and he's hurting right now. We pull up your pit strategy board. Not sure what happened. We might have had a little instance here. Let's rewind it a couple laps or so. Oh, the brothers are duking it out here. So here we go, folks. You see on the outside, it's the 24 of Brian Lynch. On the inside, it's the dirty driving 25 of Nate Lynch. Here it is. Here's a replay. The 25 just goes in and flat out dumps him. Says, get the hell out of my way, slug. What a dirty move here. Oh, my. Nate Lynch just flat out dumped his big brother. Brian Lynch is not happy. You're going to see some payback here later, folks. Unbelievable move. Nate Lynch said, it's go time, big bro. Get the hell out of the way. Currently sitting in the 11th spot, Nate Lynch trying to pull out a top 10 run. Let's hop on board with the dirty driving 25 car, Nate Lynch. As the 15 getting into the wall, Nate Lynch continues his path to the front. He says, move or be moved. Over the radio is what Nate Lynch just said. He's like, I'll give you one chance, Hoffman. Go now or I'm going to do it for you, bud. Here comes the 25. Is he going to door him? Down the front straightaway into the corner, and he's going to clear him here. Taking over the 10th spot. Or 9th spot, sorry. Looks like Ross Tatum has come down pit lane. So there's one of your leaders coming down, Ross Tatum. It's like Ryan Lynch coming down pit lane. So the pit cycle has started here as your race leader, Zach Kreitz, pulled off to a 2.5 second lead. I'm not sure we're going to get another yellow. So those guys that saved that extra set of tires, I think they're going to regret it. I think Zach Kreitz is in a good spot here. If he can get a good stop, he should still have that one set of tires left to slap on the car. It's going to be tough for Scott Rickard to make up 11 seconds unless there's a late caution where he can put on a set of tires that nobody else can. So the strategy coming through here for Zach Kreitz. He's bad fast right now. Over 2.5 seconds out front is Josh Whitaker sitting in the 2nd spot. Best run of the season for that 28 car, Josh Whitaker. It's like Kyle Bolin down pit road. Well, it's Trey Jackson. But here we are, lap number 93. We got about 54 laps left to go here. As we look through the field, though, your hard charger, currently Josh Whitaker in the 2nd spot. He's passed 15 cars since the start of this race. Andrew Hess down pit lane as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how long these leaders stay out here. Remember, they did pit on that last caution here. So we're going to pull up the pit strategy board. Here it is. 44 laps to go, and then the next couple cars, 71 laps on them tires. Scott Rickard down pit lane. I'm sure he's happy to get down there and get some fresh tires because them things are junk. Rickard down pit lane. So Zach Kreitz, your race leader. He's got a lap car here on fresh tires. 31 going to blow by him like he's sitting still. So tire fall off is a thing here, folks. Zach Kreitz's last lap was a 30.03. His best lap is a 28.86, so over a second of tire fall off. And the guys on the 77 lap old tires, I'm sure it's even bigger. Currently, Tom Ogle worked himself up to the 6th spot here. See if this pit strategy can work out for him. $11 coming down pit lane. So Ogle down pit lane as well. As Kreitz continues to pad that lead up to 3.3 seconds. He wants this thing to stay green. He's going to have to pit one more time. Looking for a way around the 77. The 5 of Trey Jackson right behind him here on them fresh tires. A couple laps down, I believe. Meanwhile, Nate Lynch up to 6 after dumping his brother earlier, Brian Lynch. Brian is not a happy camper. There might be some fighting here later on. Aaron Hale down pit lane as well. Good run so far for Josh Gratton. He's been in the top 5 all night long. Currently in the 4th spot. As most star racers have pit, the top 10 have not under this green flag run. Pulling up the pit strategy board one more time. Those top 4, they're going to be out there for a while on them tires. Just 49 laps on them. You're going to see Josh Robinson coming down pit lane next probably, as well as Dylan Hoffman on them old 76 lap old tires. Here comes Robinson down pit lane right now. But meanwhile, your race leader, Zach Kreitz, still about 3.2 seconds ahead of Whitaker. Believe Hoffman might be pitting this time around. $15 down pit lane as well. So there's, I believe that's everybody on the tires over 70 laps. So essentially the whole field's pit for the most part. But a few guys on a different strategy as they pit about 45, 50 laps ago. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out as we head into lap 102. 45 laps left to go here for the Southern 200 right here at Darlington. But folks, be sure to click the like button on the video, subscribe to the page, let us know in the chat who you're pulling for. Christian Taylor in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in, Christian. And we got Nelson Hislop Racing. Said that was fun while it lasted. Must have been in one of the wrecks there. Oh, I believe that's Courtney Nelson probably. Yeah, Courtney, how you like that last place finish, bud? Got absolutely junked. Bringing home 27th. Hey, you got a top 30 at least. But Zach Kreitz, still your race leader. 4.3 second race lead. With just over 43, 44 laps left to go. Brian Lynch down pit lane in the 24 car. Remember his brother flat out junked him earlier. This man right here, the 25 and Nate Lynch. Let's hop on board the Bitcoin 25 car. He's still laughing. We just saw an in-car camera. The 25 and Nate Lynch is in his car laughing. Because about 40 laps ago, he junked his brother. 100% intentional. Definitely did it on purpose. The Bitcoin 25 car. He's making moves going to the front. So out front, Zach Kreitz race lead up to almost 5 seconds. Let's hop on board, see how Kreitz is rolling that thing right now. I'm pretty sure he's got another set of tires. I could be mistaken, though. If he does, then these guys are cooked. The Denver native, Zach Kreitz, he might be out of tires. Oh, hell, I don't know. I'm just winging it up here in the booth, folks. Letting the lap car go by. Says, go on by, loser. Go on by, lapper. I'm trying to win a race. Caution is out, folks. That's not what some guys wanted to see. A bunch of cars a lap down. Oh, my. That is bad news for many of these guys. Larry Griffin, the third, just got junked. Let's see what happened. Oh, he was getting lapped. So here's Griffin, the third. Oh, he just lost it coming off the corner right into Josh Whitaker. He was having a great run. Whitaker shouldn't have too much damage, though. But the caution is out here. Only 5 cars on the lead lap. Maybe 6. I don't know. 5 or 6, something like that. But once these guys come down pit lane, that's going to give them all the wave around. But many of them are 2 laps down. You see 13th on back is more than 1 lap down. So Kreitz, Bustler, Grattan, Lynch, and Shepard. We're going to find out quick if they got another set of tires. I assume they do, but maybe they don't. So here come your leaders down pit lane. Meanwhile, let's pull Scott back in here. See how he's feeling after that caution. Scott, Blake up in the booth again. How you feeling after this caution here?
Or find out if there's another one, probably.
Yeah, no, there might be. Now, you mentioned last time you're saving a set of tires. I assume those guys pitting now, they're using their last set right now, right?
As far as I know, they all are.
Yeah, they should be. So, hey, I guess best case scenario is there's a late caution for you, but we'll see how this plays out, though. You're going to get your lap back here and have a shot.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, well, best of luck, Scott.
Thank you.
Scott Rickard, the GOAT. He's liking his chances here. The good news, though, for Kreitz, now he's actually got fresher tires in the field, and he's going to still be your race leader. Those guys are all getting their lap back, but Kreitz is still going to hold on to that race lead, and he's got the fresher tires. So, honestly, if you could pick your spot right now, you'd want to be in that 9-car shoes. He's going to be the race leader, have the freshest tires. The pit strategy just tended to work out for him. But he's got to get the job done here. He's got the fresher tires, but not too much fresh. Let's pull up the pit strategy board one more time. Take a look here. So you see these guys that pit, they got about 15 to 20 laps on their tires, so they shouldn't be too far off the pace. But definitely a boost of confidence here for the 9 of Zach Kreitz. Meanwhile, Josh Grattan in second. Then we got Will Bustler in third. These guys all driving around, getting their lap back. They're still trying to catch the end of the field as a pace car is in. Field is set out front. These guys are all lined up to the bottom. Not a good start for all the guys that had to get the wave around. Big jump there by your race leaders. Some guys not happy about that caution, but it is what it is. That's the risk here when you have to pit under green. Zach Kreitz out front here on the backstretch. Bustler in the second. Oh, one in the wall. Magic shoes. Mark Schrader just flat out tore the infield wall down. And folks, say it with me. That car is junk. Mark Schrader is done. But the green flag is still out. Zach Kreitz out front. Boy, that was a tough restart. Those guys about 20 cars got the wave around here with 1 to go, and there just wasn't time for them all to line up. So a big disadvantage there on the start, and you got to remember Kreitz has about 15 laps fresher on his tires. Their only chance is really a late yellow. In the next 20 laps or so, if they get a yellow, they'll have an extra set of tires. But for now, Zach Kreitz is in the best position you can be, with Will Bustler right behind him about half a second. Meanwhile, these guys racing hard. Nobody wants to give an inch. Scott Rickard in the 8th position here. Let's hop on board with Rickard, see if he can figure something out. Unfortunate that the strategies worked out the way they did for the 05, but Rickard's going to try to overcome it. Looking to cycle himself back up to the front with just about 34 laps left to go here at Darlington for the Southern 200. Folks, be sure to click the like button on the video, subscribe to the page, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, Thursday Night Racing right here, Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series. Where else can you watch it? The answer is nowhere. You can only see it right here. Fastest lap of the session just turned. It was Zach Kreitz, but not for long, because Dylan Hoffman just put down a scorcher 28.66 for that 15 car. Dylan Hoffman, fastest lap of the session. But that 9 car hooked up front here has about a 7/10 of a second race lead. He wants this thing to stay green. You do not want to see that yellow flag come out if you're in that 9 car. Unfortunately, it looks like Dylan Hoffman is actually still a lap down. Bad timing on his pit stop. Fell 2 laps down when that caution came out. So a bunch of these guys kind of caught the short end of the stick on that caution. But that's part of it, boys. We're going to hop on board. Kyle Bowling in the 11th spot here. Looking to go to work on the 5 car, Trey Jackson. Meanwhile, Ross Adams in the 9th position here. Closest battle on the track right here. Battle for 7th. Rickard trying to find a way around that 11 of Tom Ogle. As we jump back out front, Zach Kreitz late race lead starting to drop. Here comes the 1 of Will Bustler. Will Bustler running down your race leader. Lead down to under half a second. Continues to run him down. Does Bustler have something for Kreitz? Meanwhile, Ogle still trying to hold off Rickard there in the 05. Jumping back to the front here, Will Bustler continues to run down Zach Kreitz for the battle for the race lead. Lead down to under 3/10 of a second with just 27 laps left to go here. We're going to hop on board Will Bustler. Looks to be the fastest car on the track right now. Looks to be a 2-horse race for now if this thing stays green. Your 3rd place car about 3 seconds off the pace here. Unfortunate series of events there for the 15 of Hoffman. Still a lap down here. Has one of the better cars on the speedway. But Kreitz looks to be pulling away a tad here from Bustler. Holding on to that race lead. 25 laps left to go here. Kreitz wanting to win the Southern 200. Meanwhile, let's pull up your points board here one more time here, folks. Here it is. Good run for Josh Gratton tonight. Currently in third. He is your final car in the playoffs coming into the night. Probably going to pass Bowling here. Well, Bowling running in 10th, though. Then William Duff, a bad run for him. Aaron Hale. Currently, Hale, I believe, is a lap down as well in the 14th position. Solid run for Trey Jackson, meanwhile, as he's sitting in the 11th position. And then Chad White got junked early on. So you're not going to see anything change in your playoff picture here after tonight, in my opinion. Going to be the same 12 cars with just a couple more laps left to go. Next week, we're going to be at Martinsville for some short track racing. Kreitz out front by 0.7 of a second, starting to pull away from Bustler. Not too many battles on the track right now. While Josh Gratton trying to hold off. How about Nate Lynch's run here in that 25 car? Best run of the season for Nate Lynch. Currently in the 4th spot. He just needed to junk his brother early on to get him going. Let's hop on board the 25 and Nate Lynch. Big run here to the back bumper of the 8. Can Nate Lynch find his way into the top 3? Race lead for Zach Kreitz currently at about 0.7 of a second. Not much changing up front. This would be Kreitz's first win in at least the last 2 seasons. See if he can finish the job here. Wants it to stay green. He's got a good shot at it. Coming in a lap number 129. Less than 20 laps left to go here. While Bustler continues to try to chase down your race leader, he's not out of it yet. Still out about 6 to 0.7 of a second of a race lead. Really no battles on the track right now, except this one right here. It's not even a battle for position. Remember, Hoffman is a lap down. So we're just going to stay out front here. 16 to 17 laps left to go. Zach Kreitz out front. Still about 0.7 of a second. Nothing changing there. Be sure, though, before we finish tonight, click that like button on the video. Subscribe to the page. Put a comment here in the chat. Let us know what you think of tonight's race. Typical Darlington race. You know, they tend to get this way. Cars space out. Hard to pass. Well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Lap number 133 about to be going, which means there's only 15 laps left to go here. Kreitz looks to be pulling away a little bit from Bustler. Race lead up to over 0.8 of a second. We got a little bit of a battle back here. Those are 2 lap cars. The 46 of Jason Gratton, I believe, is a lap down. Right here. Then the 15 of Dylan Hoffman, also a lap down. But meanwhile, the 8 there of Josh Gratton, he's sitting in 3rd. Starting to pull away. Race lead up to 1.2 seconds. This thing stays green. It is Kreitz' race to win. The Napa 9 car out front. Can he hold it and park it in victory lane? Let's hop on board the 25. Nate Lynch sitting in the 4th position. Really no battles on the track. Just trying to find some entertainment here, folks. Not much going on. Rickard continues to drop back. Struggling on these tires. But I'll tell you who's not struggling. Zach Kreitz out front in the 9 car. Coming to the start finish line. 10 laps left to go for Kreitz this next time around. Ten to go here for the race leader. About a 1.5 second lead. Starting to leave Bustler. Good run for that 1 car though, Will Bustler tonight. Ross Tatum making the pass on Lynch, taking over the 4th spot. Nate Lynch dropping to 5th. Meanwhile, Tom Ogle sitting in 6th, and the GOAT Scott Rickard 7th. Josh Whitaker 8th, Ryan Lynch 9th, and Trey Jackson rounding out the top 10. Race lead up to about 2 seconds here for Kreitz. It's going to be 7 laps left to go. Who's ready to get out of here, folks? Because I sure am. The ends of these races here at Darlington are tough. But a great run so far for the 9 cars. Zach Kreitz looking to finish the job here. Like Josh Robinson had to come down pit lane. Unfortunate there. I think he's been down there for a while. Yep, Robinson's been in pit lane for quite a while. He's like 30 or some odd laps behind. So it's going to be 5 to go this next time around. Meanwhile, Josh Gratton's starting to reel in Will Bustler in that one car. One car is off pace big time. This is going to be a battle for second here. Josh Gratton right to the back bumper of Bustler. Just 5 laps left to go. Gratton needs every point he can get as he is the final car right on the cut line. And you never know, somebody could win and take that final spot here in the next couple weeks. Gratton making the slide job, passing him for second. Josh Gratton in a second. Meanwhile, Tom Ogle sitting in the 6th position here after a bad qualifying effort. Worked himself through the field with a respectable finish here. As he continues to go to work here, wants to get a top 5 as he needs to get around the 25 and 8 Lynch. Here comes Ogle to the back bumper of the 25. 2 laps left to go here. Ogle looks to have the speed to find a way around Nate Lynch. Ogle to the inside. Here comes the move. Slide job taking over the 5th position. Meanwhile, Ross Tatum in the fourth spot here. White flag in the air last time around. Zach Kreitz looking to win it here. Let's hop on board. Into the walls one last time for Kreitz. Wanting to get his Darlington stripes here on the last lap. Onto the backstretch for the final time. The 9 machine of Zach Kreitz. Into 3 and 4. Coming out of 4. In front of a sold-out crowd. Checkered flag in the air. Zach Kreitz wins it at Darlington, your Southern 200 winner. How about it? What a run for that 9 car, Zach Kreitz. If somebody could let Zach Kreitz know to come to a voice chat channel for a quick interview, we'll give him a minute or 2. But we appreciate you tuning in, folks. Thursday night racing. Zach Kreitz pulling it out here, the Denver native. Second place going to Josh Gratton, followed by Will Bustler, Ross Tatum, and Tom Ogle, rounding out your top 5. We'll wait a minute here. Little congratulations there from Jason Gratton. See if the 9 here, Zach Kreitz, comes to a voice channel. Here he is. Let's get him in here. Zach, Blake with the booth, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
nice to talk to you, Blake.
Oh, yeah, what a run here. Pulling it off. The pit strategy worked out for you, and you had great speed at the end of this one.
Yes, sir. I got very lucky that a caution didn't come out those last 30 to go, because I would have been screwed. But I also need to say, whenever I got those fresh tires, I did get into Mr. Bowling, and I wanted to apologize to him over there just to make sure he knew that was not intentional. I think we just kind of met in the middle. But yeah, man, glad to finally talk to you, man.
Yeah, you know, it's been a rough season for you, kind of, on your standards, I'm sure, but it's a great run for you to park it in victory lane tonight here at Southern 200.
Yes, sir. And of all the tracks that we go to, this would have been the last one I would have thought, but who would have thought that pit strategy actually would have paid off for me? But, you know, had to be semi-aggressive there, but everybody was giving and taking, except obviously me with Kyle, which, again, sorry, Kyle. But,
well, hey,
yeah, man, I'll take it.
Yeah, you know, it worked out for you. I think one of the differences, you know, every race, Todd Gratton in the chat says good luck to the Grattons and Zach Kreitz. Today, he only said good luck to the Grattons, not to you, and you ended up winning.
Oh, well, I'm gonna have to get back in Discord and talk to them about that. You know.
Definitely, you're going to have to let him know.
No, for sure. No, he's always been a supporter of all of us, though. So, but yeah, good to talk to you, man.
Well, hey, but congratulations here. Before you head out, you got any shout-outs or anything to add?
Yeah, you for the broadcast, Nate, and the Lynches for the admins and putting on the show, and my teammates, Dylan Grimm, Josh and Jason Gratton. But yeah, just always being there for me whenever we have questions, stuff like that. But yeah, man.
Well, hey, congratulations. Bringing home the trophy for the Southern 200. Congratulations, Zach. Hopefully we can talk to you again here this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good one, Blake.
Yep, you too. Zach Kreitz winning the Southern 200 here, the Stars and Stripes Next Gen Series Thursday Night Racing right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, folks. That's 100% confirmed. We're the #1 streaming service, period. The end. But hey, we appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to click the like button on the video, subscribe to the page, let us know what you thought. Till next time, we'll be back next week right here at Martinsville,